Hey guys, I hope this video finds you well and everyone had a fantastic day. It is Wednesday evening. It's about 8:15 in the evening. It's been raining um, all day, and so I've kind of had kind of like a lazy, laid back kind of day. But I wanted to get on here now. Sometimes I have so much that I want to say. I write things down, and then when I sit down and I get in front of the camera, I can't decide upon what it is I want to talk about. But um, I was thinking earlier, um, because I have a couple of my favorite YouTubers, and each of them, Jadina, hey, and Empress T 4444. Hey. Um Jadina did today, and I know Empress talked about it probably a few days ago or maybe last week, about potential. And I wrote that down. I said that really is a really great discussion topic. Um because we so many times, if you are um and if you have empathy for people, if you're an empath, or you're just someone that really feels for others, we oftentimes can pick up on the darkness in people, right? Because we feel it. It's an energy. um, and if you are connected, you can kind of pick up on those energies. So we can pick up on those energies in people. And, when you care about people, you see people hurting, you don't like to see people in pain. And again, from my previous video and talking about being light, um, people who are traumatized, um, animals that have been traumatized, they often can feel your light. They can see light within you. So they are attracted to you, right, by default, because light equals healing, right? So you want to be attracted to something that maybe not on a conscious level, but subconsciously, might be able to provide healing. We get caught up with people sometimes, and I swear, you see through the pain. It doesn't matter what they've been through. You can see through their pain to the heart of who they are. And so often, and I've been there myself, when I was much younger, just kind of feeling lost and not necessarily having the people around you that typically cheer you on, right? And I can remember when I was in college, and someone said to me, you have so much potential. And I thought, okay. I'm in school. School was a job for me. That's how I viewed it. So I didn't know how to take that compliment. You're trying to say I'm slacking. What are you saying? You have so much potential. And so oftentimes we see the potential in other people. And when you see that potential, you want to nurture it. Just by default, you want to encourage someone, so much so until they get to the point where they reach that potential. And before you know it, that's almost a full-time job, is trying to get someone to see in themselves what you see in them. It's a great thing to love people so much that you want to do that. Here's the problem. Especially when you're dealing with adults. Um, it is much easier to kind of nurture that potential when you're dealing with children, because they're very pliable, and they're open to suggestions, and they're open to productive criticism, and they will take that and kind of feed off of it, and they'll develop whatever that potential is within themselves. When you start talking about adults, oftentimes they are so broken and traumatized that they can't see their potential. You know, they'll thank you for the compliment. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know, blah, blah, blah. No, they don't see it. And so if it's someone that you have a relationship with, you know, a friend, family, you know, a romantic interest, it doesn't matter. You can find yourself spending a lot of time trying to nurture this potential. And here's the thing. If they don't see it, you can't make them see it. You can't spend your life putting yourself on hold because you're trying to nurture the potential in someone else. It doesn't work. What ends up happening is you continue to pour into them and pour into them and pour into them, and they give you very little in return. Right? So you need to know that it is okay to kind of leave that alone. You might want to set that free. That is not a burden that you should carry. Sometimes we spend so much time trying to nurture and heal others that we do it to a point where we do not allow them to learn to stand on their own, right? And find a way to do self-healing, find a way to do their own self-reflection, figure out their own problems, because there's always someone there to catch them. And you're just doing them a huge disservice. It's okay to encourage people. It's okay to lift people up. It's okay to be there for someone when they need you, but not to the point that you ignore yourself. And that oftentimes is often what happens, especially women. Especially women. Because by default, we are nurturers. By default, we automatically want to help heal. We want to fix. We want to repair. We want to lift up. We want to encourage. We want to promote. We want to be there to, wipe away your snot bubbles when you're having a bad day. All of that. To our own detriment. You will find yourself pouring into other people with all of your energy. And this is typically what happens to women, and why so often women get broken down over time, because you just stop everything to try to fix someone. You can't fix grown people. We all are responsible for ourselves. We're responsible for our own happiness. You can't solve grown folks' problems for them. When we have a problem, we have to figure it out. And I'm not saying don't help people. I'm not saying don't be there. I'm just saying to a point. And then you need to back off and let them figure it out. Because if you have, children, and then you have a husband, and then you have work, and then you have family and friends, and all of these people are constantly requiring your attention, constantly pulling from your energy, constantly draining from you, who's filling up your cup? You got potential. You can't even address the potential that you have because you don't spend any time working on yourself or with yourself, because you're so busy trying to help everybody else achieve their potential. I just can't. I cannot. I'm going to need everyone on the planet to just be accountable for yourselves, right? Stand on your own 2 feet. Pull up your big boy drawers or your granny panties and take care of yourselves and make it happen, right? Take care of yourselves. If you need help, get help. But don't let, draining other people's energy and pulling from other people's cups be a regular thing for you. When we get to a certain age, we should have some sort of sense of stability within ourselves. We should, have achieved a level of growth, whether it be, spiritually, economically, whatever. You need to have achieved some semblance of what it means to be an adult. Adult education. Thank you, Hall & Oates. So people who are in difficult situations, get the help that you need, seek help. But you should be able to realize your own potential. And if you're not able to realize that, then your issue is far deeper, because you need to start looking at self-love. I can't love you for you. And if you don't have self-love, you don't have the ability to love anybody else. So take care of yourself and stop draining the shit out of everybody else. If you have potential, recognize it, acknowledge it, live up to it, surpass it, and then show others how to do the same. And ladies, help, assist, understand, be there, but not to your own detriment. Please learn in 2025 and moving forward that you cannot take care of anyone else if you're not first taking care of yourself. Honor your potential and strive for it every single day. whatever it is and however it is that shows up for you. Okay, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for listening. If it hit a nerve, let me know. Drop a comment. And if you have anything else to proffer, drop that too. I'd be interested in hearing what it is you have to say. All right, guys, until next time, take care.